Esther chapter 8 verse 1. Bayom hahu natan hamelech Achashverosh, yea, Esther, yea, Hamalka, the queen, et Beit Haman sorer haYehudim, uMordechai ba lifnei hamelech, ki higida Esther mahu lah. In that day, the king Achashverosh gave to Esther, the queen, Haman's house, sorer, the adversary of haYehudim, the Jews. Mordechai ba, and Mordechai came lifnei hamelech, before the king. Ki higida Esther, for Esther had told ma, what, who, he, la, to her, what he was to her. Verse 2. Ve'asar hamelech et tab'ato asher he'evir mehaman vayitnah leMordechai v'tasim Esther et Mordechai al Beit Haman. Then the king removed, this is from Seer, the yod is gone, removed his taba'at. So it doesn't mean his fat, he didn't have liposuction. He removed, sorry, that's a Filipino language joke. Tabato, his signet ring, asher he'evir mehaman, which he had caused to cross over from Haman, right? So removed it from Haman. Vayitinach, and he gave it to her. Pardon me. He gave it. Sorry, that's it, referring to the taba'at, the ring. He gave it leMordechai, to Mordecai. But tasim Esther et Mordechai, and Esther set or placed Mordechai al Beit Haman, over the Haman's household. Verse 3. V'tosef Esther v'tedaber lifnei hamelech v'tipol lifnei raglaiv. Then Esther continued, and she spoke, right? The idea is she kept speaking, lifnei hamelech, or once again, before the king. Vatipol, and she fell, lifnei raglav, before his feet. Vatevik, and she wept. Vatitchanen lo, and she pleaded to him, leha'avir et ra'at Haman ha'agagi ve'et machashavto asher chashav al haYehudim, to remove, right? Again, this is again to cause to cross over, right? To remove the evil of Haman, the Agagite, and the machinations, right? This is like machashavto. This is from machshevet, which is like the thoughts, right, or the designs. It's the same word that means computer in modern Hebrew. His designs, his thoughts, asher chashav, which he thought up. So his plans, which he thought up, al haYehudim, against the Jews. Let's scroll up to verse 4. Chapter 8, verse 4. Vayoshet hamelech leEsther et sharvit hazahav, v'takam Esther v'ta'amod lifnei hamelech. Then the king extended towards Esther Sharvit Hazahav, the golden scepter. Vatakam Esther. Then Esther arose. Vata'amod, and she stood lifnei hamelech, before the king. Verse 5. Vatamer im al hamelech tov ve'im matzati chayim lefanayv v'chashech hadavar lifnei hamelech v'tava ani be'enayv yikatev lechashiv et hasifraim machashevet Haman ben Hamadatha ha'agagi asher katav le'abed et haYehudim asher bechol medinot hamelech. I forgot how much I translated already. If I translated or I was just thinking it. Sorry if I'm repeating, I'm a little bit tired. Then she said unto... Okay. Then she said, if it is upon the king good, so like if it's good to him, and if I have found favor before him, the kasher hadavar lifnei hamelech, then it's kosher. That's what it is, kosher. It's like kosher. Kasher. This is a verb from which we get kosher from. So kasher means it's like proper, right? It's correct. And if it is correct, if it's proper, if it's kosher, hadavar, the thing is kosher, the matter, lifnei hamelech, before the king, the tova, and good, Ani be'anai, am I in his eyes, or in his sight? Yikatev, this is niphal, the noon made a daggesh in there, so it's passive. And this is probably niphal with just a force. So let it be written, the hashiv, to return it, hasifarim, the notices, right? It's from books, from the word for book, but the notices, the machashevet Haman, of Haman's plan, Haman son of Medathas, plan, the Agagite's plan. Asher katav, which he wrote li'abed, to make perish et haYehudim, the Jews. Asher bechol, who are in all of the Medinot, provinces, Hamelech, of the king. Verse 6. Ki eykhakha uchal v'ra'iti bara'a asher yimsa et ami ve'eykhakha uchal v'ra'iti be'ovdan muladti. So okay. So she said, eykhakha, this word is only in Song of Solomon's and in Esther. It means how. Usually we just say eich, but it sounds like the reduplication, maybe it's like a stronger eich. So eich means how. Eykhakha, right, sounds like it's being stronger from duplication. How, this might be a ballast equivalent, we call it. So how, uchal, am I able, v'ra'iti, to, when I see, bara'a, concerning the evil, asher yimsa, which will, so matak means find or overtake, or which will overtake et ami, my people. The eykhakha, and how uchal am I able, v'ra'iti, to see, to look upon, the ovdan, the destruction, molati, of my kin, from moledit. Okay, let me scroll up. Verse 7. Vayomer hamelech Achashverosh le'Esther hamalka, u'lemordechai haYehudi, hine veit Haman natati le'Esther, ve'oto talu al ha'etz al asher shalach yado bichudain. Okay. Then the king Ahasuerus said to Esther, the queen, and to Mordecai, the Jew, behold, Haman's household I have given to Esther, and with it, and him, this is special emphasis, is before the verb, and him, he has hung upon the tree, right, upon the wood, whatever, al asher shalach, concerning that which, or because of that which he sent, yaldo, his hand out, bihudim, against the Jews. Verse 8. Ve'atem kitvu al haYehudim katov ba'inechem b'shem hamelech ve'chitmu b'taba'at hamelech. Now you all write, meaning both of them, concerning the Jews, according to how it is good in your sight, in the name of the king, ve'chitmu, and seal, it's implying it, b'taba'at, with the signet ring hamelech, of the king. יכתב asher nichtav b'shem hamelech v'nachtom b'taba'at hamelech ein hashiv. For what was written, for he wrote that which was written in the name of the king, and it was sealed by the king's signet ring. There is no removing it, like causing it to come back. Verse 9. ויקראו סופרי המלך בעת ההיא בחודש השלישי הוא חודש סיוון ב13 בו ויקטב ככל אשר ציווה מרדכי אל היהודים ואל האחשדרפנים והפחות ושרי המדינות אשר מהודו ועד כוש 27 ומאה מדינה ומדינה ככתבה ועם כלשונו, ואל היהודים ככתבם וכלשונם. Okay, so this kara is in the niphal. You see the daggesh? So then the Sofrei HaMelech, the king's scribes, were summoned by Itahi at that time. B'chodesh hashlishi, in the third month, hu chodesh Sivan, it is the month of Sivan. B'shlosha ve'esrim, on the 23rd bo of it, Yikatev, and it was inscribed, it was written, kechol asher tziva Mordechai, according to all which Mordechai commanded. El ha-Yehudim, to the Jews. Ve'el ha'ach, pardon, this Persian word is a mouthful. Ve'el ha'achshdarpanim. So these guys are, it's a kind of governor, they're like a higher level governor. It's a Persian word. Ve'ha'pachot, another Persian word. And the governors, okay? Ve'sarei ha'midinot, and the princes of the provinces. Asher mehodu, which are from India, ve'ad Kush, until Kush, like that's Nubia. Sheva ve'esrim me'ah, 127 Medina, province. Medina, province. Umedina, and province. Kichtava, as it was written, according to how it was written, ve'am va'am, and people, kilshono, according to their language, its language, literally what it says, his language. Ve'el ha-Yehudim, and unto the Jews, kichtavam, according to how they write. So this part here where I pause for a second, kichtava, it meant like according to how they write, meaning their writing style. So not only are they getting all the languages, they're doing it in the correct script, right? None of this funny business where they like write Egyptian with Akkadian characters or something. Okay, let me scroll up. Verse 10. ויכתוב בשם המלך אחשוורוש ויחתום בטבעת המלך וישלח ספרים ביד חרצים בסוסים רוכבי הרכש האחשטרנים בני הרמחים. So then he wrote בשם המלך ויכתוב B'shem HaMelech, in the name of the king Achashverosh. Vayachtom, and he sealed it, b'taba'at HaMelech, with the king's signet ring. Vayishlach sefarim b'yad charatzim, and he sent out scribes. Oh, pardon me, not scribes. That'd be sofarim, the sefarim. So he sent out letters, like epistole, b'yad haratzim, in the hands of the runners. Basusim, with the horses, rochavei harechesh, and those who are saddled upon a rechesh is like a very swift horse. Ha'achash teranim, these are royalty, right? So they're like very fast royal ones. Bnei haramachim, sons of the Ramachim. And Ramachim is a special kind of racing mare, like a female horse. Verse 11. Asher natan hamelech lihudim asher b'chol ir va'ir lehikahel v'la'amod al nafsham lehashmid v'lharog v'le'abed et kol chel am medina chatzarim otam taf v'nashim shalalam lavoz. Whom Natan HaMelech, the king, gave, or which the king gave, LaYehudim, to the Jews. Asher b'chol ir va'ir, who were in each city and city. So this is just a weird way of saying all the cities. Lehikahel, to assemble, v'la'amod, and to stand, al nafsham, for their lives. Lehashmid, to destroy, v'laharog, and to slay, ule'abed, and to cause to perish, et kol chayil, all the military might of a people, a medina, or a province, hatzarim, who were adversaries or hostile, otam, against them. Taf is like well, technically it means someone who can't walk, right? So it could be a baby, or it could be like an injured person or a very old person, right? That's technically what taf means, but oftentimes the nuance is babies. So babies, venashim, and women, ushelalam lavuz, and their plunder for plundering. The language is a bit odd. Verse 12. ביום אחד בכל מדינות המלך אחשוורוש ב13 לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר. In ביום אחד, on one day, so there's a day specified, בכל מדינot, in all of the provinces of the king Achashverosh, Bishlosha asar lechodesh, on the 13th day of the chodesh, Shneim asar, the 12th, who it is of the month. So it's the 12th of the 12th month, Adar, the month of Adar. It is the month of Adar. Okay, it's verse 13. Patshegan haktav lehinatein dat bechol medina medina galui lechol ha'amin v'lichyot haYehudim. Okay, this is probably atudim layom hazeh lehinakem me'oivehem. So Patshegan, this is a copy of the inscription or the writing. Lehinaten was to be given dat as a decree bechol medina in each province, medina in a province. Galui, this is from Gala, so revealed lechol ha'amin, to all of the people. Velichyot, that they, okay, so that might be haYehudim, the Jews. Again, this is pointed weird. This is a ketiv kere issue, so it should be atudim is what it should be. Ready, layom hazeh, for this day, lehinakim, to take vengeance, me oivehem, against their enemies. All right, verse 14. Haratzim rochvei harechesh ha'achash teranim yatzu mevohalim udechufim bidvar hamelech v'hadat nitana v'shushan habira. So haratzim, the runners, rochavei harechesh, and the riders of the swift mares, ha'achteranim, of the nobility, the royalty, yatzeu, they went out, mevohalim, hastily, udechufim, and pushed, bidvar hamelech, according to the command of the king. Literally it says word, but in this case it certainly means command. V'hadat, and the edict, nitana, was given, b'shushan habira. Okay, and let me just see how many verses. That would be a logical stopping point because we have the pay marker there. So, the chapters were different back then. This was more like a chapter right there. But let me just see how much is left. Okay, there's just a few verses left. We'll go ahead and finish this chapter. Verse 15. ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך בלבוש מלכות תכלת וחור ועטרת זהב גדולה ותכריך בוץ וארגמן והעיר שושן צהלה ושמחה. Very nice. Good for him. Now Mordecai went out from before the king, Bilvush Malchut, in royal attire, tekhelet. So this is kind of a, like on the tzitzit, the tekhelet color. It can be either like a violet or it can be a kind of a bright blue, darker bright blue color. Vachur, and fine linen. Va'ateret zahav, and a big golden wreath. So it's like a kind of crown. Gedolah, that's the big part. V'tachrich boots, and a like a long mantle boots of bisus, right, which is also a kind of linen. The argaman, and purple cloth. The ha'ir Shushan, in the city of Shushan, Shushan, Tzahala, Tzahala. So tzahal means to neigh, like, right? So I'm not sure how the city is doing that, but I guess it's a rejoicing sound. Maybe there's an equivalent in Persian. V'samecha, and she was glad. So that's, the city is feminine. That's why it's feminine form here. Verse 16. Layehudim hayeta ora v'simcha v'sason v'ikar. To the Jews, meaning belonging to the Jews, was ora. Ora is like light, but it expresses kind of joy, right? It's a brightness. Oh, like you can have a bright attitude, right? Cheery. Maybe cheer would be better for this, cheer. But understanding that the root word in Hebrew, or, is light, right? V'simcha, and joy, v'sason, and gladness, v'ikar, and respect. or honor. Verse 17, V'chol medina u'medina v'chol ir va'ir mekom asher davar hamelech v'dato magia simcha v'sason lihudim mishtei v'yom tov rabim me'amei ha'aretz mit yachadim ki nafal pachad haYehudim aleihem. And this is just, this part here, this mit yachadim, you'll see this just amazes me that some Hebrew roots folks don't want to keep Purim, because, this is, it's a great thing. Verse 17, so it says, Uvechol medina, in each province, umedina, in a province, uvechol ir va'ir, and in each city and city, mekom asher, a place where Devar HaMelech, the word of the king, the command of the king, V'dato, and his edict, Magia, reached Simcha, there was Simcha, V'sason, and joy, LaYehudim, for the Jews. Mishtei, a feast, again, drinking feast. Remember, Mishtei, it really means like Shata, drinking. V'yom Tov, and a holiday, a good day, right? Even in Yiddish today, if you want to wish someone Chag Sameach, in Yiddish you say, Gut Yom Tov. Right? So you can kind of hear the Yom Tov, how it got messed up coming into Yiddish. Yom Tov became Yom Tov, right? Good Yom Tov. The Rabbim, and many me'amei ha'aretz, from the people of the land, which is a way to say like simple people. Or here in this case, that's how it's used with Jews in context of other Jews. So here I think it just means the normal people, right? The other people who weren't Jews. Mit yachadim, they became Jews. They converted. Ki nafal pachad, for dread had fallen. The dread of the Jews, HaYehudim, had fallen alehem, upon them. Isn't that interesting? So there in Esther, for this wonderful Purim celebration in chapter 8, verse 17, we have the concept of people being grafted in when they saw how great our God is. Happy Purim Shushan, or Shushan Purim. People say it both ways.